Yeah, I don't know if there's any of you out there that have physical problems or you have some kind of physical ailment that keeps you from doing things. But man, I'll tell you, I love life and I'm so thankful for the little things. But man, just feeling physically messed up all the time, it takes a toll on me so bad that it's like I don't want to live, but then yet I do want to live because I love and cherish life. But me having this sickness, I can't function right. It's hard to get out of bed. It's like if I didn't have this medication that I'm taking right now, I wouldn't even get up. I wouldn't even get up. I wouldn't walk around. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't get up and drink coffee or eat oatmeal or do nothing. I just wouldn't do anything. And I just had to do this video because I've got to vent this stuff. I have got to let this out. Because lately I have not been feeling good. I might look healthy and I might sound okay, but I don't feel good. And I'm waiting the 12th. My Hep C medication is getting sent in the mail to get rid of it. It's a 8-week regimen thing. But it's really hard to explain. I'm glad on one hand, but then on the other hand, I'm not glad because I don't know, and this is just fear talking, but I don't know if this is going to take away the problems that I'm having now. I'm having this thing where my head's aching all the time. I don't know if it's some kind of vitamin deficiency. I don't know if it's something that happened in the past when I had a really bad concussion and I got my head hit really hard and my neck jammed. That was really bad, but there's something going on that I haven't found out what it is. I went to the eye doctor. They told me my eyes are okay. I got my throat and my esophagus checked because I'm having a little trouble breathing. And I don't know if it's the Hep C causing this. I mean, I hope that this medication helps with some of these things, but I'm scared that it's not going to take this problem that I'm having with my head and stuff away because when I had this concussion, it really messed my head up a lot. Like it was a severe blow, and ever since then, I haven't been the same. My whole character has evolved into me being something completely different over the last 17 years since it happened. And everybody will say, oh, well, you might have had a concussion. Oh, it's gone now. You should be all right. No, sometimes when you get hit in your head, you don't ever get right. There's things that do not always get right. This is what people don't understand. Just because something happened years ago, that doesn't mean that it's not haunting your life or it's causing some kind of physical ailment or something because there's something going on with me that I can't even explain. My head's aching all the time. I can't swallow right. I can't breathe right. And these things take a toll. And it's like, I just want to get healthy again. I should have never took my health for granted. Do not ever, 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 do not ever, and I know I don't have a serious looking face, but do not ever take your health for granted. I'm telling you, because you are going to be the sorriest person in the world if you take your health for granted. Don't try drugs. Don't do them, period, in the first place. And if you are on them, get off them and get clean. If you have to be on some kind of medication for some type of mental issue, then that's what you got to do. but don't take your health for granted. I'm telling you, eat healthy and exercise and do things, because I know I've been living with this for 17 years and it is taking a toll. I'm only 34 years old. So I had this since I was, 2005. 2003 is when I had that really bad concussion in football. I got hit really hard with an onside kick. I went down for the football. I went down to go get it, and like two or three guys hit me. One guy hit me in the head, another guy hit me down low, another guy hit me in the shoulder, and I got hit, and my neck got jammed, and I flew back like 5 yards and landed on my head like boom and hit my head. I blacked out. I seen every color you can, and then I started seeing this static electricity in my vision, and that never went away. I still have that to this day, 17 years later. I can see it right now as I'm looking at the white on my wall. I see spots, floaters, they're called floaters, and then I see another set of this static electricity stuff, like a TV screen when it goes and it's like white and black dots. That's how it looks in my vision, and that's not normal. That shouldn't be happening. So I'm trying to go to a neurosurgeon right now. I'm trying to go to a neurologist. You know, it's really weird too. I got hit on the right side of my head, and it's really weird because ever since I got hit in my head, I have been way more creative, and that's the side of your brain that deals with like the arts and like being creative and thinking of things. That's the side that deals with that. Your left side deals with everything else. So I don't know if my head got hit so hard on the right side that it shook my left side or what it did. I don't know if that's the problem, but I'm pretty sure that it is. Because I had that happen in 2003, and I started doing drugs around 2003, 2004 because of that. Mostly, but mostly because of that, to block out the pain that I was feeling in my head from getting hit. And in 2005, I found out I had Hep C, so I had the Hep for 15 years. Not 17, 15 years, but it's still, I'm 34 and I don't feel like a 34-year-old. I want to do things in life. I want to live. I want to I want to travel, and I want to make, great music, and I want to write great material, and I want to do things in my life. But this physical shit is just, it is like a 1,000-pound gorilla on my shoulders and my back. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. It feels like a 1,000-pound gorilla on my back every day, all the time. Like right now, my head is aching and my eyes feel weird, and I'm not having trouble breathing right now, but your brain controls so much of this stuff. It controls your swallowing. I swallow really hard. It controls your breathing. It controls your motor functions. It controls everything. So, people that have taken severe blows to the head, they have killed themselves. They have been very aggressive and stuff. And, sometimes I feel myself getting very agitated and pissed off at the most stupid little dumb things that I never got mad like that before. You know what I mean? I'm having things go on psychologically that I never had before I took this severe hit to my head. I used to be, I was wild as a kid, but I was never angry and frustrated and agitated so much. Once in a while I would, we all have our times, but I loved being around people. I loved making people feel better as well as myself. I was always the one to get, a basketball game going, to get my family to get up and move around, and to play tennis racket, and do all kinds of stuff. I was always that guy to do that. Now I'm the complete opposite of that. Now I'm a recluse, and I do as much as I can to stay away from people. It's not that I hate people, it's just the way that I feel. There's something going on with me physically and psychologically that I can't help. It's just how I am. And it sounds like an excuse, but it's not an excuse. Because I know my personality has completely changed. And these doctors that I go to, I went to a neurologist before, and this lady, I don't know who she was. I hope the best for her, but she was horrible. She tried telling me, oh, your symptoms should have been gone if you got hit in your head, blah, blah, blah. Go on a diet and eat right and do this and that. I said, you didn't even take a scan of my head. You didn't do no kind of tests, you didn't do nothing. You just sent me on my way because you think that I'm okay or nothing's wrong. And it's like, that pisses me off too. I finally am getting this Hep C medication, and I am thankful for that. I really am. But if you're somebody that is physically ill, or you have a physical problem or a psychological problem, you know what I mean. And see, my psychological and mental problem comes from me feeling ill, from me feeling bad. That's where it comes from. And that's why I do these videos, because I gotta vent this shit out, man. Woman, I gotta vent this shit. I got to, and if you're hearing me and you're listening and you're taking this in and you're seeking to be a better person, thank you. Thank you for you. I don't want to boost your ego or your pride or nothing, but, I can't lie. I need support too, but I need it in a different way than what society offers and what people think that I need. If I can find out what's going on with me physically and psychologically because of my head getting hit like that and stuff, then I can move on and I can do other things. But then at the same time, I got to give credit to this because it has changed me in such a way to where I am way more creative, even though my head aches all the time, 24/7. It never goes away. My head always aches. My eyes always ache and my head always aches. My neck is stiff. I don't know. I got bit by a couple ticks before when I used to scrap behind my grandmother's house. And I don't know, maybe I got Lyme's disease or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not a hypochondriac, but I know there's something wrong because I can feel it physically. It's like, and these things are making my psychological state and my mental state bad because of them. And I keep telling the doctors this and people don't seem to understand. They just think that, oh, well, just move around and do stuff and you're just depressed and all this bullshit. I don't want to hear that. I'm not depressed. I am not depressed. I want to live life. I want to do things. I want to travel. I want to do stuff. I'm not dead, but this physical crap makes me feel dead, And it's really annoying. It's really freaking annoying. I know I did some of this to myself. I'm willing to admit that. If I could go back, I would have never even played football. I was just playing football to impress people. I would have never even played football, period. I didn't even like football. I just played it to impress people and to look tough, be the cool high school guy. And here, the second to last game of my 12th grade year, I got my head obliterated, a game versus Halifax for the what you call it title before the championship won a couple games later. I forget what it's called. I can't remember stuff. I have trouble remembering just the average names of things. So I know I'm a pretty good speaker, but I can't name specific things. And when I say things like uh, this and that, it's because I can't think of the words that I'm trying to put to those things. And I used to be able to rhyme, and like I used to rap and rhyme, and I used to be a freestyler, and I still do from time to time, and I can freestyle beats. I'm a beatbox artist too, you know. Boom 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 boom, little stuff like that. But I can't think of words and stuff, and I can't put my sentences together sometimes. It's just very average words, like I went to the lake, I'm moving to Ohio. When I try to think of specific terms and putting certain things with it, it's really hard for me to concentrate. I can't even think of what I'm going to say sometimes next because it's like a block in my brain. And I was never like that. I could think of the next word I wanted to say like that. It was like just second nature. Now it's like it's unnatural. So I just had to vent about this because I hold on to this shit so much, and I sit here and I stress about it and I think about it and I drive myself nuts. And I haven't been taking my walks lately, and I might take a walk here in a minute, but I just haven't been feeling like doing anything. And I was for a little while there. I was, actually just getting up and doing it and going and taking a walk and doing the littlest of things. And now I'm having more trouble because I haven't been feeling as good lately. And people don't understand, man. When people don't feel good, I'm telling you, when you're healthy, you don't realize how healthy you really are until you lose that side of your health. And then you'll know when you're getting cold chills up your spine and in your head, and your head's aching, and a lot of other things, you'll know, like, oh my goodness, why did I take my health for granted? So don't take your health for granted. Please, please, please take it from me. Please. I'm not over exaggerating when I say this. I wouldn't tell you this if I didn't care for you as a human being. I care for you as a human. I don't care for all the other things you do in your life. That's your life. But I at least care enough to tell you as a human to not take your health for granted. So it's like, now what? I get off this video, I turn the video off, and then, I got my pen and paper here. I got my music stuff over here. My bed's here. I can take a walk. I got to go see my mom today. I don't want to do that because of how I feel. It's like I just want to be able to call my mom and go, hey, what's going on? You want to take a walk with me? Let's go somewhere together and do something, But I don't want to do nothing because of how I feel. And it's horrible feeling like that all the time. My life has changed so drastically, and this isn't for you to feel sorry for me. This is just like kind of a wake-up call for you as a person if you are healthy and you don't do drugs, and you have like I don't want to say normal life because there's no such thing as a normal life, but if you got your health and the things that you need, you're good to go. I just want to be able to wake up and get out of bed and go, today is going to be a great day. I got things to do. I want to do things. Drink my cup of coffee and do things. And in the process of creating and doing what I like and love to do, make enough profit off of that to live. I don't want to get rich off of my craft and what I do. I just want to make a living off of it. That's it. I want to put in the work for my craft and then get paid a fair amount from that. I don't want to rip people off. I don't want to get over on people. That is never my intention. I just want to be content like any other man or woman does. I want to be comfortable and I want to feel good. Who doesn't? Who wants to suffer and go through pain all the time? So, remember, don't take your health for granted. Take it from me, somebody who has been sick, feeling sickly for the last 17 years, 15 years with the hep, and having this head injury for the last 17 years. Don't do anything to injure your body any further because you're going to regret it. I'm telling you, you're going to regret it. So please don't do it. Take it easy and be you. Later.